And we're live.
Oh, we're rolling right into it?
Back
all right.
to the podcast with still no name.
Welcome to our first podcast.
Yeah, dude. Little background audience. I deleted all of the other ones. Dude.
Fucking idiot, dude.
Fucking, after our last one, I was so excited to be like, dude, I can't wait to listen to this. It's going to be good. Yeah. There was me dying by a train jokes. There was the big-breasted teeth.
I wrote some stuff down.
Dude, good. I fucking let it loose. Or no, we can do a little like.
Because you were like, I try to recover everything with software.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me just try to recover it with my mind.
Of what we talked about last time?
Last three.
Oh, damn, dude. That's a lot of content.
Yeah.
What do you got first on the list?
Just rattle them off?
I mean, we can, yeah. Well, like, what's the first couple?
First one, third grade teacher slapping him in the back of his head with her tits.
That was not third grade, dude. That was like high school. But, dude, that's most of the memory. You essentially got it mostly back.
All right. Hogwarts became less progressive as time went on.
Oh, yeah. That was a fucking good one.
Nobody should care that the Earth's core is changing direction.
All right, maybe we should just go through each time. I don't know if I want to like retell, but if it comes up organically. But keep going, dude.
Do blind kids struggle with magic? We don't know.
Like, out of the context of Harry Potter, it's like there's a world of blind magicians out there trying to just make it. That'd be fucking hard.
They probably actually do struggle with
magic.
Dude.
What do you don't know where anything is? I mean, that's mean. They know where stuff is. They have Braille and they can feel shit.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine being a blind person and dating someone and like, it's kind of cool how they can like map things out so they feel your face like, oh, you're ugly as shit, you know, like, or you're fucking hot, like.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell with the hands, probably. Well, feeling someone's face would be a little weird.
Yeah, but also think of this. You're a good-looking guy, so this wouldn't happen, dude. Yeah, dude. But you're in a relationship with a blind person. I guess they would have felt your face pretty early on. But actually, I don't know.
I think they do that on first dates. Like,
I would think so, because like, dude, imagine you can probably see it immediately how they feel. If
really, I don't know if it would be that easy.
But
unless
I don't
know, skin disease or something.
True, but also you got to think like they read Braille, so they can like transcribe an entire language by feel.
Fucking wild. How the hell do you read Braille?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That their level of feeling of like mapping out stuff with their hands has to be so much higher. Like how a dog can smell insanely on a level we can't. They can probably like feel something and be like, oh, that's what this is. And like they can map out a face in their mind.
Crazy.
So
I feel like if I was going into a first date with a blind person, I'd be like, let's just get out of the way.
Feel me up.
You can feel my face. Yeah.
Grab my fucking face.
Exactly.
Dude, that's probably the way to go about it. But I just imagine a world where there's no hiding the reaction if you feel someone's face and it's terrible and you just kind of fucking back out of it. What you got?
All right, I'll just Michael Richards is probably racist. Once went 4 days without sleep. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
There's a tribe where every marriage the king has to fuck the wife first.
So that was just
that one again. It's
a pretty rough one. Yeah. That was just back and farther back you go in terms. It was like more common. I don't know what
80s?
It's a religious thing. What was it?
Way back? How far back?
Like hundreds of years.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe not. Maybe thousands. I don't know. Fucking weird. But
all right, we're gonna start growing meat. Is it cool to grow human meat? And can we eat that?
I talked about that for so long.
That was about a half hour right there.
That was a lot, dude. I mean, it still holds. We'll see the true test of that once it arrives.
There's going to be a pig Jesus, basically, that sacrifices
the one
him
that gets all the cells for him.
Yeah. You need one animal to grow all the pig meat, so that's
true.
A good concept. I like that.
Pig Jesus.
Aliens definitely don't exist.
That'll be the running theme of just no, they don't, and I'm like they do, and we'll just keep it going.
George Clooney.
That's just all we got. George Clooney. Fuck yeah.
Cried from a niche Shane Gillis podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I cried, and I don't want to talk about it.
Dude. Bring back some good memories.
Continued train issues in this country might make move.
Let's start with the train stuff. How about we start there? Because we said we were going to do a deep dive on one thing.
Yeah.
Well, I've found out more about the train thing. I don't know if you have. Oh, yeah, man. The story has evolved.
All right. I'm almost through my list.
All
Let me
right,
just rattle these
keep going.
Adults that look like children, that's just a tough one.
Oh, yeah, that one.
It's tough for everyone involved.
Right. No one's winning.
Rabies is so bad.
Yeah, dude.
So
we
bad.
ended on a horrific note with rabies, for sure.
Yeah.
Dude.
Lots of people get killed by cops, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. The 1,000
And
this year.
cannibalistic tribes might be misunderstood. That was my last point.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you did a good way of extracting, the thesis of each kind of topic. Damn, dude. I guarantee we'll circle back around to most of these at some point because, natural conversation, getting to cannibals and adults who look like kids, But, train. So, good news is train didn't fall from my backyard and kill me and squash me in the middle of the night like we were talking about.
I worry about that every week.
I was worried. Like I told you on the last one, there's an honest 1% that's that could just squash me in the middle of the night. And then, but you have a lot of material to work with then of just a squash friend having talked about getting squashed by a train.
I'll keep this thing going.
Dude.
I'll keep both mics. I'll do your voice and then I'll
just
talk
pretend to be me at the same spot too, just by the train incident. It all works. So,
think would make it out?
Yeah, he'd be totally fine. His room's all the way in. Okay. If you go in my room, it's this window is my window just on a lower floor. Yeah. And the train would just, if it truly tipped over, here I should say, or if it goes off the tracks, they tend to just bunch up. It would definitely just come into my room. Would it squash me?
Horrifying.
Yeah, I'd say it's 50-50 if it came through my room. But, so the fear from last time was that I heard that there was, during the Trump administration, they rolled back a bunch of brake safety regulations on trains. And then I saw multiple trains, fucking eating shit. There's truth to the rolling back of train regulation things. That, they did, during Trump's administration, roll back a bunch of safety regulations through the EPA, just being we don't have to do that. Which he did with a lot of things, which some I can agree with, some I don't. But that seems to be, I shouldn't say direct, but an indirect cause of this, where trains can just go longer with a.
Well, you were saying there's a lot of train issues since that, right?
Right, but I don't know if that's just the algorithm of media, where a train thing happens and
we hear about it more because
the psychological priming alone of hearing that, and then when you're looking for a new mattress and you start seeing mattress sales everywhere, it's not because there's more mattress sales, it's because you're actively thinking of that. So, but at the same time, I can't remember seeing videos of trains fucking falling over. So
never. Although now I kind of want to watch that.
It's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this just reminded me of this.
You watch train crashes?
Not actively. I'm not I need to go watch this train crashes. But
sounded like you were kind of into it,
dude. Well, it reminded me of this horrifying video that I did see of. There's this cop. This was a couple months ago. This is truly one of those videos that you see and you feel real fear for the person. It's wild. So, woman gets pulled over. She had been accused of menacing, which I didn't know what this was legally until I looked it up. But it's when you
menacing.
When you brandish a weapon with the intent to use it, but you don't do anything. It's called menacing in the legal world. So this cop pulls over this woman. She'd someone said that the woman had come to their place, menaced essentially, and then left. So the cop pulls her over. He pulls over his cruiser and his police cruiser and parks it on a railroad at night. Literally, you got a view of the dash cam. That's the video feed that you're getting. And he's
do you not see it?
Dude, I have I didn't follow it after this video, but he puts the lady that he arrests in the back of the car.
Oh no.
Oh my god, dude. And you see him, there's two people in the car, so he is dealing with the other one, but just leaves her on the train tracks in the back seat, handcuffed in a cop car. And dude, a train, which this thing had to be honking for a while. Like, trains can typically see when there's a car on the tracks, and at the same time it's like night, so there's lights on the train, so you would probably see it coming. It fucking slams the car with the woman in it. But God. You see the whole thing of like the cop seeing the, you know, the cars are probably like 20 feet away from each other that he's at. You can see him be like, oh God, and then like go to do it and stop and go to do and stop because the train's about to hit, and it's like, what are you gonna do? Just blast the fucking car, dude. I guess she didn't. She lived. She's like has like 80 broken bones. She's essentially dead, but you know, she's gonna be a vegetable. But
that's brutal,
dude. It's like the feeling of pure like helplessness. Like I got it from the video where you're watching. You're like, this woman has just seen this train, and then you're just stuck, locked in a box.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. So anyway,
I feel like, didn't you have another video like that last time? Like that actually transfers the feeling to you?
Oh, we were talking about those guys that do the cave diving and going like really they evoke such like stress emotion where you're like, I start like breathing heavy while I'm like, and it's just people walking or like squeezing through caves. So yeah, but on the train note, I guess that's kind of I got on a tangent a little bit, but so regulation things got rolled back. All this stuff is coming out of Ohio and this company Norfolk, which is the company that had the train that fucking fell over. And there's a video of the mayor, the conspiracy, and it you know, it's probably some truth to it, is that all the government there is in bed with the train companies. Yeah. So they're like trying to put a hush-hush on like, you know, this whole thing that's really bad. And so like the government's been releasing statements, and same with the company being like, it's totally safe. Like everything's good. But then there's like videos of residents near local streams, and the water has that like when you put oil and stuff and it like reflects off light, like all the water is like that in like rivers and creeks.
Well, I heard fish are just floating to the top.
That dude probably like, I mean with
livestock falling over, just
dude, it's insane. And then so today I saw this video of the mayor of East Palestine, which is the town, which is weird, that's Palestine, but they're in like a resident's home, and the video is like this, we're gonna drink the tap water, it's totally fine kind of video. And the guy, dude, it's so, they're just in some random person's house, and it's like, hey ma'am, blah blah, like they're like, oh, we'll drink it right from the tap. They all fake it. Every single one of them just goes like that and like puts it down. And it's, dude, they recorded that as like it's not bad water. They're all obviously not drinking the water, and they're like, wow, that's really cold from the tap.
Oh my god. They're commenting on it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, that's good.
It was so good to swallow
literally
all of that water.
Dude, it's so fucked. You're like watching, like, I feel like these are the stories, like with the Teflon stuff, or with like, remember that movie Aaron Brockovich, where it's about there's like chromium in the water? It's, fucking what's her name? She's a famous actress. But point being, these stories usually see like years later when they make like a documentary about it. Yeah. We're seeing this fucked up stuff like live of like them trying to cover it up, like video of them faking water drinking.
The doc's just being made.
Literally. Already. As I'm watching, I'm like, whoa. I've never seen it like a scandal live like this. Where
the BP oil spill was pretty comparable.
I guess I wasn't in touch with it enough. Like I didn't see like video. What even happened with that? Did it just blow up in the water or some shit?
Honestly, I don't even know. But
that was an oil tank. It was
bad.
Was an oil tanker?
Ducks with oil on them. I just remember that. Dude.
Gotcha.
Pulling the heart
yeah, and then they had all those videos with I guess like, what is it? Dawn soap has had that like as their advertisement forever of them just cleaning a duck. Dude, like that incident, I've never seen it go back from that, where they're like, we clean ducks that are covered in oil. And you're like, okay. Why is that a common thing?
Dude, one of my good friends, his dad invented a cat litter scoop. That's like how they make a living. That's how their family has survived. He invented this cat litter scoop. Yeah. And they called him in to send his cat litter scoops to clean up the oil spill. They were like, whoa. They were like perfect for like scooping up like chunks of oil or whatever the heck. It's like the only metal cat litter scoop. That's why he made bank on it.
Dude, that's fucking
crazy.
That's awesome. There's a back where I'm from, there's this giant mansion house, and my good friend during high school, his little sister would go play at this person's house. It's insane. And it's like one of those non-standard mansions. It's like a giant castle looking thing with like a giant opening in the middle. Okay. It looks wild.
Sounds awesome.
It's so cool. I've been inside it. It's fucking nuts. But that guy invented the pizza box that is used by like 80% of pizza places. The fuck? Same like the kitty litter thing. Just made something not too crazy, but the pizza box, but like made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars.
A cardboard pizza box.
Cardboard pizza box.
Wow.
Like most ones you've used, he designed it.
Let's find something.
Dude, I always said
screw podcasting.
Dude, let's fucking make something stupid and easy. Yeah. It sounds it's like, how do people get random ideas for that? I guess it's got to be luck on some level. You're just using
it's out of need. This friend I'm talking about, he has like 9 cats.
They really need the
so many cats. He's like, dude, I'm tired of these shitty cat litter scoops that break all the time. Invented his own.
Dude, I guess I say luck in terms of the way of like yours is the one. Because how many people have come across a situation where they've MacGyvered something for themselves? Not saying it's great.
Most of them aren't like, I'm going to turn into a company.
Exactly. It's just like, I made this thing, but fucking nuts, dude. One of those small things could just set you up for life if you make it. But then it's like, I don't know, man. It's hard to just like, unless you're doing stuff like where you need something. Yeah. Actively thinking about problems. That's why it's weird when I think about that. I think of like politicians running a country, or people who they don't do the day-to-day thing or experience the day-to-day thing. They just have to manage the thing that they have no experience with. Yeah. It's similar to that. It's like thinking of solutions for problems that you don't have. It's a weird system where people are really far away from their problem. Like not even like a senator and somewhere just like has to solve problems of like a small town that has nothing to do with them. It's weird. But anyway, all these really happy notes.
Want to get into the system? We can deep dive on the system.
Dude, I'll just keep going then. There's so much, dude. There's so much wrong with it. It's just, I was looking at, I mean, this is like related to, there's some weird tax window for like BLM or anything, but I was reading about this thing with the BLM stuff where it's like any money that they didn't use in a certain time period wouldn't be taxed, but would be donated to the Democratic Party, which I'm not blue or red. I don't fucking give a shit. But the more you look at it, the more it just seemed like a window for...
We're talking Black Lives Matter or Bureau of Land Management?
Black Lives Matter. Right. What is that from?
Just wanted to clarify. Oh, no, it was a genuine question.
Dude, no, fucking someone... The Bureau of Land Management, didn't they get in a case or something? Because I've heard of that in a different context before. All right. Idea. But apparently it was just like a funnel, like having that set up that way was just a funnel for like money to just get slotted into this thing where they didn't have to track any spending on. Because in most political things, you have to track spending on. And because it was going through that medium, it was like this weird, here's this money, and then the money's all gone. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude. What are they doing? But like shit like that happens so much on both sides. All of it. And like, what are we going to do? Like when you hear about them, like, man, that fucking blows.
We totally touched on this last. Like we can't do anything.
It sucks, dude.
We're fucked.
We just, I don't know how to vote our way out of it, I guess. But
would you vote the other day?
No.
Yeah, neither did I. We just lost most of our audience.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I guess I don't even know who's on the ticket. I don't know who the fucking state senators are.
Dude, it sucks that anytime I go to vote, like unless it's the actual presidential election,
primary,
I'm looking stuff up 10 minutes before I vote.
Just getting in general feel like what?
Trying to learn shit based on some article put out by who knows.
Yeah. Dude, it's just... someone said it once. They said that politicians are really great at winning, but then doing what they say they're terrible at. Because that's
the eternal problem.
Right. And I don't think it's to their fault. It's just that they get into such a corrupt system that you can't really have that attitude. Like it's either you conform with that system or you get outed like immediately.
And you also have to, like, politicians will justify in their own mind they have to do shitty things to get the greater good.
Absolutely.
And that just ends up in a lot of people, maybe with good intentions, doing shitty things. Also, lots of people with bad intentions just wanting power.
But I think so. I think it's because they're supposed to be public servants, which is hilarious to think that that's like their title. And that, I don't know, dude. It's just, I've said this many times, but if you just cut business ties, made lobbying illegal, that would solve a lot of problems.
Great.
Well, dude, it's like there's so much. Say you're one of these people who is going in with good intentions. I guarantee there's a lot more that are going in with the idea that, like, I can get rich doing this. Because a lot of they go in maybe worth, like, I don't know, $100,000 or something like that, come out with like $10 million on the other end. You're like, huh, that's weird. Their salary yearly is around like $200K.
So
they just got so rich. It's strange that happened. But anyway, let's get off the politics topic. All right. So what was this last week about, dude? What'd you do? How was your weekend?
How was my week? You know what? I'm trying to be sober for a month.
Hell yeah.
Because I wanted to do dry January, but like, just way too depressing in January.
Dude, it's hard, man. So
the perfect time I feel to be sober, there's exactly 30 days between Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day.
Ooh. So you're going to end the sober streak on St. Patty's?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, dude. Fucking just have a blast.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a fun day.
The first test of being sober, Friday night.
Yeah.
My friends go to a karaoke bar.
Oh, yeah. The one they were talking about.
Literally worst possible thing to be sober.
Yeah. Wait, did you stay sober?
I stayed sober.
Ooh, how'd that go?
It was all right.
Did you sing some songs?
Tennessee Whiskey. I mean, that's just an
easy
easy
you sang a song? I've done.
I mean, everyone else is drunk, so.
Yeah. But I've done a lot of karaoke. There's in the college town that I went to school at. There's a place called Spurs that had Spurs Day Thursdays karaoke. So I probably did karaoke hundreds of times by the end of my college career. But I was always like plastered.
Oh, you got to be bombed for that.
Bombed, dude. Yeah. And I've never done one alone.
Well, okay, so it wasn't quite as like normal. So we had like a room and it was just us, like just our friends in there. So not quite
like a private karaoke session. Yeah. Okay, so not
quite as bad.
Not belting out to like 100 people.
Right.
Which is, once again, when I'm drunk, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You throw me sober in that room, there's no chance I'm singing in front of 100 people.
There's no way.
No. And at the same time, alone. I've never sang alone. I think it's always with.
You never sang alone?
Karaoke.
Oh, okay.
I mean, sing the shower all the fucking time, dude. Come on.
What's your go-to shower singing?
Just depends on what I'm listening to currently. It just cycles, dude. Yeah. There's one that probably stuck. But a song by All Time Low called Remembering Sunday, which is just like, I mean, All Time Low is emo-y kind of music, and this one's like a ballad compared to their other music, and it's like, wowee. Like, there's a girl part in it too. I'll sing the girl part in the shower. Oh man, it just fucking speaks to my teenage angst. That's like, dude, when you're a 13-year-old, so hard. But I've definitely sang that one on multiple occasions. Just like where I go to take a shower, I'm like, I'm putting this on to sing in the shower.
I have to play that.
How about you, man? You got to go to?
I don't. I shouldn't have asked that because I don't really.
Dude, you can ask questions that you don't have an answer for. It's fine.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, it's the point of questions. I'm a question dude. Question man.
I go with like "Rumor Has It" by Adele. You know.
Oh damn! Just belting it.
Shake it up.
Hell yeah, dude. It's fun to do. I wish I was good at singing. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just being like, I have a beautiful, like, you could just have a beautiful voice whenever?
Oh, it'd be sick.
Dude, I'm so jealous of people that have that.
Also, everyone I know who is a good singer is like, everyone can sing. Like, you just have
heard that.
You have to coach yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it takes work.
We all have our tones, but at the same time, there's some people that like, well, okay. I guess you can make the same argument for anything. They literally are just so talented in the thing that you're like, you can just sing. But then I've heard what you said where you can get a coach and you can just train your voice to be able to sing. Like,
I think what they're getting at is like, pretty much anyone could be like a competent singer.
Sure. Right.
Like, obviously it comes naturally for some people, but like people who can't sing, I feel like you're just predisposed to be like, I can't sing. Like,
sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah. it's a skill.
Take singing lessons, dude. Let's try it out.
Dude, one day at a time, man. Podcasting, trying to do stand up. Yeah. I'm gonna try to do the fucking improv shit at Comedy Sports to see how that goes. Once Bags it up. But
when does that start up?
It's on I think they go in 8 or 10 week cycles. Okay. It's a full, like a semester essentially. But I don't know when the next one is. But Bags ends in 5 weeks. So once that's up, man.
How you doing in Bags?
We're middle of the pack out of 45. But once I think I told you this or maybe a bit ago, but the guys at the top are like, holy fuck, you can't believe. As with any people who are really good at a sport that you're playing, it's like they're on another plane of existence when it comes to throwing a bag in a hole. Like, dude, and it's never like an in shape person.
There are people that are elites at literally everything.
Yes, dude, and it's funny that the shape they take in like bar games, because it's always like some fat 60-year-old guy who has like a cross cock eye and is just like boom, 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 just sinking them in the fucking hole.
What else are you gonna do?
I know that's the thing. It's just funny because it's like there's maybe one other couple of people that are young, but they're like married and shit. Like it's like me and my buddy, and just a bunch of old townies, and then like some youngins.
That's a good scene.
It's fun, dude. Kelly's Bleachers, man. I'd never been there until this Bags thing, but it's fucking blast. Makes for a good time. So you're a sober karaoke.
Yeah. What did I do Saturday? I was sober Saturday too.
Yeah. So what's the reason for the sober?
I just wanted to. I haven't spent more than like
2
weeks sober since I was like 18.
Dude.
So I'm like, I should probably just
literally
let's take a month. Let's see what happens,
And can vouch for this. I've had that same exact. I've said like I don't know how many times I've come out of like a week. Kind of a bender where it's been like a month of every weekend I'm like getting hammered 2 nights in a row. And I'm like, dude, it starts to really wear on you. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I haven't been sober for like a month since I was so young. And then it turns into like I'm going to be sober for a while. Yeah. And it gets easier and easier as you get older, I guess. Because now it's like.
Have you done it? When's the last time you've gone?
Like hard?
2 weeks sober.
2 weeks sober? I mean. Well, I mean, I had 2 years ago, I went 8 months without doing any drinking at all. And then dude, it's fucking crazy how.
8 months? How'd that go?
You get.
I can't even imagine.
You feel so good. Dude, like, to put it in context, and once again, Dom can vouch for this, I was running a half marathon every other day for a while. I would start my run here and run all the way up to like the Upper East Side and then cross over west and come all the way back. I just wanted to like see if I could do it. And without drinking, dude, your body just wants to go. Like, go. Like, it's just, there's so much energy in you. It's fucking nuts, dude. And you sleep so well. Oh, my God.
But no one does it.
I know.
It's so universally, like, I've never heard someone. Like, it's always like, it's amazing. It's the best thing you'll ever do.
Dude, you know what?
No one does it.
I put it mostly on the fact that we're in Wisconsin. No joke. This is, because if I go other places, people don't. They look at binge drinking like I'm a fucking clown sometimes. Like when I go out to Cali and like visit my cousins, I'm like 5 drinks in. They're like had a beer or a glass of wine, and they're like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like people just don't do that everywhere.
That's super weird because I just picture people partying in California.
I know, but it's like people smoke weed, but like the binge drinking thing, it's very Wisconsin. I mean, Illinois, there definitely was parties in high school and stuff, but like. The culture, I'd say in Illinois, Wisconsin, there's some like heavy binge drinking culture.
Midwest,
yeah, I mean
Minneapolis too. It's like not even just binge drink, just casual drinking. Like a Wednesday here is like let's go have 4 beers.
Yeah, dude. Which is, I mean, you want to put it in the context of like the physical effects of alcohol on your body and how what they consider binge drinking. Like,
oh yeah,
dude, you're doing
like warming up.
I mean. Me feeling so much energy with not drinking for 8 months, and they say it takes probably like, I think it was 2 years until everything physically is fully recovered from drinking. It's fucking nuts, dude.
Insane.
It is, you read about the biochemical effects on your body. It is such a poison to your body at even small amounts. And there was this whole era for a while of people being like, you know, a glass of wine is good for you a day and stuff like that. Those studies are all just falsified by
LeBron, dude. LeBron drinks wine every night.
Dude, it's so...
He's LeBron.
It's got to be good for you. Yeah. It's just all falsified studies by fucking companies that make that shit, saying that they don't compare it to people who don't do those things, and then they never control for the social aspect. So say like they do a study that's showing like, oh, these people who have alcohol and these people who are sober, the people who had alcohol ended up being happier. It's because usually alcohol is involved with social situations. Yeah. So they don't control for variables that would make such a big difference in a study like that. And they just go, alcohol is good for you, even though biochemically it destroys cells. It destroys everything that you are, it destroys.
Dude, the reason I drink is the social aspect. Like it's so hard to get away from.
You'd be surprised how much that is just that thought, which I actually read a book called The Naked Mind, which literally makes it so much easier to not drink, because it just creates such a cognitive dissonance in you, because you understand what growing up, alcohol has just been painted this image of like the social guy, the hero guy, the fun guy. And it's like all of that is just an absolute lie. Like you yourself are the social piece. You just always associate the thing. Dude, I want it to be. But it's fucked, dude, because it's when you start to understand it like that, you realize that like your social capability is so much higher without it. You will say like karaoke on Friday, right? You probably felt like you weren't.
Tell me I could sing if I stay sober.
Absolutely, dude. But did you feel like socially off a little bit because you were sober, or was it easier because you were around drunk people?
I mean, it took a second.
Right.
Like I was sitting. Everyone's like going off. My buddy is just off the wall. I'm like, God, I wish I was there. I wish I was right there with you. And no, I mean, eventually you get used to it. But I think the biggest thing for me, I hate being around drunk people when I'm not drunk enough to match their energy.
Yeah.
I despise, like if I'm in a bar and everyone's hammered and I'm not there, I want to leave. I usually leave.
Dude, you realize, I mean...
Which sucks.
Yeah. It's one of those things that it's weird to find like I get, if I'm being honest, really annoyed with drunk people. Yeah. Like it's not even a matter of, for me, I don't want to, if I'm sober, like I don't want to be around drunk people for the sense of like, they're fucking just awful. And like being drunk, you think it's not. Yeah. Like it tricks you into thinking that this is so fun. But when you're sober, like, dude.
It is fun at the time though.
Yeah, when you're fucking hammered. Yeah. I'm not, trust me. I've drank so much and had so much fun on booze. But I've had less and less fun as I've gotten older with it. It just like, it hurt. I mean, it just hurts way more to actually, and like, I have to drink like 10 beers to like get to the level of drunk that I think is like, fuck yeah. Like this is good. It's just so much work. And the next day or the next like couple days, just fucking wash. Right. But I don't know. I'm just trying to get more and more away from it as I've gotten older. Like I haven't gotten drunk in probably like, I don't know, couple months now. I've had like at your place, had a couple beers. Yeah. But even that, like I don't see the point of booze.
I was just going to say.
Unless you're getting drunk.
You drink 0 or like 10.
Like it's just shitty tasting stuff that I'm literally getting nothing out of when I drink 2 beers. And then that makes me question my choices even more. When I go to like your place and I'd have a couple beers, I'm like, why am I even doing that? I literally drink and I'm
like, it's bad for you.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not getting any of the fun stuff. Yeah. I'm just like fucking doing it to do it. It's like having more and more of those experiences to be like, okay, my relationship with this thing is not great. Like there's obviously something deeper here that's like not just like, this has supplied me fun. I mean, in the beginning, it was more to like just mask social anxiety, and then does such a good job at that.
Oh, freshman year of college.
Oh my God,
crazy,
dude! I went to community college my first 2 years, and then transferred. So I came in as a junior in sophomore, freshman like dorm hall. So I was already
mentally a freshman.
I was like a seasoned. No, I mean I partied fucking hard in community college because I was just like home with all the people who stayed back. So we just drank all the fucking time. But I came in as like a seasoned drinker partier to all these sophomore freshmen and just like led this pack of yunnins, which are only year 2 years younger, into like just party mode. It was a dorm filled with people who were like, I take medication every day, and then by the end we're all just fucking animals, like busting out of our back window doors to run to parties at night. It was so awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Fucking good times. So, once again, not poo-pooing on alcohol, because it supplied me with a lot of good times.
Right.
But as I've gotten older, I'm like, fuck. It just goes against everything I want to do. It makes it harder, I should say, to do the shit I want to do.
It's also way better if you save it for an occasion instead of just like every weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Like a wedding or something.
St. Patrick's Day. Just something.
Dude, and the human body's great at recovering, so as long as you're not doing it chronically, you'll be okay.
No.
But, yeah, anyway, I don't know how this started. Oh, your weekend. So Saturday, sober, full day?
Dog shit weekend. No, it was all right.
Dude, just fucking chill, dude.
What about you? How's your week been?
No, it was not too eventful. So, let's get into some topics.
Some good material.
Yeah, dude. Let's get into some of the stuff that's been going on the fucking past week, I should say. Okay, so we talked about monkeys with herpes. Did I tell you about the video where there's this?
Yeah, you have all these talks. Did I miss anything when I recapped earlier?
The man who was a dwarf and a giant. I think that was uncovered. Yeah. The guy in court where they were reading his Google search history, where it was just like how to bury a body, how to dissolve a body, how to kill a woman, like do the most specific stuff. Cave crawler anxiety we talked about. Oh my god, dude, I saw fucking pictures of, like, most sports now have pretty rigorous safety things in place, but I saw pictures of hockey player goalies back in the day. They didn't have masks.
Yeah.
You ever seen how fast a puck can go and how hard they
helmets?
Dude, there was in high school that same friend who had the sister with the pizza box guy or whatever. Sister was friend with them. He was a goalie in like, we didn't have a high school hockey league, but there was like a club one that everyone went to because our high school didn't have money. And there's this one kid, also known for having like a horse cock at our high school. It's fucking nuts. And
you always got that guy.
Literally, where he's like, not only did he hit puberty at like age 5, but he's got a monster dong, and everybody's scared of him. But he's a pretty fun guy. I mean, he's a nice dude. He was just kind of crazy. You know, like it'd be fun to like josh around with him a little bit, but he'd always take it to a level where you're like, okay, I'm getting a little uncomfortable. All right, point of the story though is that apparently this kid being goalie, there were shots where that kid would hit a puck so hard that the pole would come out, like the goalie net would lift out of the ice
from hitting the
rail so hard.
Oh my god!
So taking that in the face would just like blast out the back of your skull.
Yeah, go through the hole.
Dude, you'd just be destroyed. But the pictures I was looking at was like literally, it looked like people where a bomb had gone off. Like their face was so fucked up.
Oh my god,
dude, yeah. Like what? How do people just think?
Badass, man.
Yeah, dude. The generation of badasses that have no faces.
No, they eventually made everyone wear helmets, but like people who didn't wear helmets, who were already in the league, got grandfathered in. So that there was a time where there was like one guy left not wearing a helmet. Yeah, like, and I don't think he ever got fucked up or anything. But crazy.
Dude, there's theory behind all this sports stuff that if you remove the like, especially the helmets, you won't lead with your head. You'll play safer. But like
in football, I think that's true.
You think it would be? Yeah. I never played, so I have. It sounds like, from a guy who hasn't played, a mess waiting to happen. But at the same time, if people are leading with their head with the helmets and then like breaking necks and getting concussions, what's the fucking point anyway?
You put pads and a helmet on, you feel
like God.
You can run through a wall, dude. You don't give a shit about your own safety. You think you can run through anything, and you just get popped and wake up on the ground.
Dude, have you been knocked out?
Oh yeah,
dude. Fuck. Like how many times? Like enough on a? You can count.
I'm gonna get CTE.
Oh my god. At least we're like chronicling your history of being conscious right now, you know, and then you can like look back when you have severe dementia.
I'm gonna suck later.
Dude, you're just gonna get so angry and so fucking absent of thought.
Dude, my biggest head injuries were outside of football, though.
Doing what, dude? What are you doing?
Wrestling kids bigger than me.
Like in wrestling or literally
just drunk? Dude,
okay. So wait, from wrestling though, where are the head injuries coming from? Are you like they throwing you?
Get slammed on the ground. Dude, I got knocked out in my house in college, and like my roommates almost called an ambulance. They were like slapping me. They said I was snoring. They said I hit the ground and started snoring.
Knocked you into like another dimension. Immediately into REM sleep.
Yeah, seriously. I was so drunk.
Wait, what was
knocked out.
How did you get knocked out in this situation?
This one, so I had a house with 8 dudes.
Yeah, dude, college house, man.
We decided to start a fight night where we would we bought gloves and headgear. We were gonna start boxing.
Hell yeah, okay.
So, and this was all. I wasn't here. I wasn't part of this decision. They just texted me. They're like, "You're doing fight night." I was like, "Oh, okay, I didn't want to." I got peer pressured into it.
Oh yeah, and it's either that or be called a pussy for the rest of your existence in that house. Yeah. I understand.
So so they seated all of us. There were 7 people. Yeah, there were 7.
Damn, this is like a legit. Yeah. Is this set up attorney?
It's fucking crazy.
Did you literally had Fight Club at your college home?
Fight Club, dude.
Okay, all right. So they seeded this tournament.
They seeded everyone. So it was all internal. We didn't expand at all.
Yeah, no, yeah. You probably
it ended real quick. So
yeah, I bet, dude.
There were 7 people. I was the 2 seed.
Okay.
And this other guy was the 1 seed. His name was. We called him Big. We had 2. He was the bigger.
Okay. What we talking? Like big fat, big buff,
like,
just a bigger dude.
He's a big dude. He's like 6'3".
Okay.
Like
big enough to do some serious damage if need be.
Big dude. Yeah. Bigger than me. He's got like 30 pounds on me.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
30,
big
40 pounds. Dude, I am so acutely aware of why weight classes exist.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
20 pounds, I don't care what your skills are. That's going to win.
Yeah, dude. It's so much more weight. So much more muscle mass to move that weight.
Even if the lighter guy is better in every way.
Yeah.
20 pounds.
Dude, it's so much force.
Yeah.
From just existing, just to like move stuff around. Yeah. It's so much more strength than you have, unless you're like, unless there's situations where it can go against, but in most, yeah. Sorry, continue.
So I think because I just wasn't there for the original discussion, they gave me a bye for week 1. It was going to be like a league. I don't know. So I matched everyone up. So the 1 guy faced the 3 seed guy.
Okay.
And just concussed him immediately, like the first fight, like
by just punching, by just hitting him in the head so hard.
Yeah. But the first 2 fights were electric, dude. It was like 2 like light gangly guys.
Oh, nice! They're just absorbing hits because they're so light.
Yeah, like just
dancing around.
That was all fun. And then like the two heaviest guys outside of me started fighting, and it was like a good fight. But eventually, the bigger guy won. He just started
just clobbering,
throwing hooks, clobbering him, and the dude, like, no one has experience fighting, so like in MMA, like, you don't fucking give up. You're gonna get clocked. Like, so, but the one guy who was losing, he's like, "Fuck this, I'm done." And he like kind of put his hands up and took his thing off.
No.
Took another fat one to
just
the face.
Straight out.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But I don't know if that was the one that concussed him. I think it was the one before.
Oh, so this is like a clarified. This is a validated concussion. Like he went to a hospital.
No.
Oh, okay. But it was enough.
Like me, he's had enough concussions to just know, and no one can't do anything when you go to the doctor for a concussion.
Right. Yeah.
So he's like,
so in your match, what happened?
So we never had a boxing match.
Okay.
So we were like, okay, let's do it some other time.
Yeah.
I think I was still like gonna do it. Okay. All right. I was going to get to this later, but this is actually a piece of the story I'm now remembering. So I go home for one of the breaks.
Christmas, Thanksgiving, some. Yeah.
Or no, actually it was summer. It was in the summer.
Okay.
So we must have started at the end of the year. I went home for summer at one of my best friend's brother's high school grad party.
Okay.
I got fucking obliterated.
Doing what?
Drunk.
Wrestling?
No. Well, I got
obliterated hammered.
Yeah, I got obliterated hammered.
All right, yeah.
And at this grad party, they have the best wrestler in the history of our high school, like state champion. He's one of this guy's friends. So he's at the party, and I had like talked to him briefly, like leading, when we were sober.
Yeah.
And I don't remember this. Apparently, I walked up to him drunk, and I was like, "You're not actually a good wrestler." Like, just started talking shit to him, like completely not wanting to pick a fight.
Just tie you into a pretzel.
He came after me. And I barely. Jesus Christ!
Yes, this is the stuff we want.
He comes after me. This is like all blurry.
Yeah, right. You're fucking hammered.
All I remember, he threw me down or something. The first time he threw me down, it wasn't that bad. And
okay.
I recovered and I'm like gangly.
Yeah.
Like I'm lanky, dude. He throws me on the ground, and I get him in a headlock.
Oh, fuck. So now you're like, yes.
I've never, like, actually tried to choke someone out before.
Okay.
And
now you have the opportunity?
Well, I wasn't going to do it because I was like, I don't want to kill this guy.
Yeah.
I had him.
Yeah.
Incredible wrestler.
It's pretty sick.
I didn't squeeze hard enough because he wasn't going to tap. He wiggled out of it and got up, and I just stood up. He was pissed. He grabs me, front headlocks me, so like I'm leaning into his chest.
And he's standing over you. Like,
he's standing over me and just fucking brings me down. Oh. I remember my body, like, just my head hit the ground first. My body just like flopped after it. Like,
wait, is this into grass or what?
Into grass.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, still.
And,
fuck.
Dude, I just laid there. And, like, he was laying there, too. Like, he was drunk, too.
Yeah.
I hope.
I would hope so, too. But,
And he's like, all right, dude, let's go. And I'm like, oh, dude, I like...
fucking rocked your world kind of situation. Yeah.
I could move and everything, but, like, I was not ready to get up.
Dude, fuck.
Like, I think he realized, like, holy shit.
I hurt this person.
Fucked you up a little bit. So I walked home. I live, like, a block away. So I walked home. Next, like, week or so, I just have a headache. And, like, I know that's good.
Yeah, dude, and that's not good.
So
this is before the fight.
Yeah.
Tight.
So that happens.
Yeah.
And once I get back to school, I'm like, I'm not gonna fight you, dude. I can't.
Yeah, like you just got fucked up.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't get another head injury. And like everyone
sounding like a professional athlete. You just drunkenly wrestled someone. Dude, I can't get another one.
Well, but like this is on top. Like I got concussed in football too.
Oh,
so
dude,
like this is on top
That's
of
what I'm saying though. It's hilarious that like the event was you wrestling someone drunk at a party.
Well, yeah.
Being like, I can't do it.
I know. Well, so this is why, dude, if I ever have kids, I don't want them to play football because you're going to do stupid shit later. You're going to get concussed. I think most people, for some dumb reason, leaning out a window and it shuts on your head, whatever.
Yeah.
You'll take a hit to the head at some point.
Well, yeah.
So like, you don't want to start at a baseline of like 30 hits to the head.
Dude.
However many.
Yeah. No, dude.
No.
It's a terrible idea. But anyway.
Even though football's fucking fun. But,
dude, yeah, don't doubt that. But you can play touch.
Yeah,
it's not great. It's not the best.
Not the same,
it's like fucking wearing a condom. It's not quite as good, but it's something.
It's about crushing your enemies. Dude.
Yeah, it's about physically hurting them to the point where they're not the same afterwards.
Physical dominance and getting physically dominated.
It definitely does.
But anyway, so we're like, yeah, I'm gonna retire the gloves before I even put them on.
You got that buy, so technically you're up.
Like, eventually we get the problem was there was hype built around us, like boxing at some point. Like everyone was like, they gotta face off. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. But eventually we got drunk. And we already had mats from fight night. We bought mats for our living room.
Dude, damn, this is a legitimate setup.
And so we got drunk, and everyone's like, you guys should just wrestle.
Okay.
And I was like...
Nice halfway, in between.
I was drunk enough. I still, having just wrestled this big dude...
Oh, yeah.
...kicked the shit out of me. I still, if I wasn't that drunk, I would not have done it. But I was drunk enough, and I was like, this guy's my friend, not some state champion.
He'll be fine.
Yeah. So we get out there, shirts off. There's
it's legit Fight Club.
Like,
dude, the more you talk about, you literally just simulated Fight Club in this house you lived in.
It's real. And he immediately, he just approaches me.
Yeah.
I don't know how to wrestle either, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing that can overcome a weight difference. If one dude knows wrestling moves and the other dude doesn't.
Oh my God, dude. Absolutely.
So this guy was heavier than me and he knows how to wrestle.
Yeah, so you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm fucked. So I don't he got me wrapped up and I was like, fuck, he got me wrapped up.
Yeah.
And I remember getting lifted up, feet off, whole body off the ground.
Yeah.
And I remember going towards the ground and then I wake up, my buddy's like over me. Different guy. He's like, come on. He's like trying to get me.
Fuck, dude. Dude.
Conscious.
When you first said, you're like, I've had some concussions, whenever I hear people say that, I'm like, okay, so I'm like, that sounds fucking, like you got rocked, dude.
I got, of everything, that was the only time I got legitimately knocked out.
Knocked the fuck out.
For like an extended period. I got hit pretty hard in football where I was like, holy shit. Maybe lost consciousness very briefly, but I think I was out for 15, 20 seconds.
Dude, fuck. Well,
just insane.
We'll see how this plays out.
See how it goes. Yeah, dude. Call me up in 15 years.
Dude, that'd be so fucking sad. Yeah. If you had a young dementia situation, not good.
It's a legitimate fear of mine, but
I can, from just these stories, I can understand where that comes from. But hey, maybe in 50 years or 40 years or whatever, they'll have science that just erases fucking CTE, or you get a new brain or something, dude. But on that topic of wrestling, I wrestled 7th, 8th, and freshman of high school. So 7th, 8th. And dude, the weight class thing, there was one time where I weighed 110 pounds as I think this is in 8th grade, but they put me facing 2 weight classes up to a guy who was a good wrestler, walked up to the mat, shook hands, takedown to the point of lifted me up by my waist and slammed me on the mat so hard. Pretty sure most of the auditorium was just oh my God, pinned me and literally.
It's tough to be on the other side of this.
Oh my God, dude. Talk about pure physical domination of just, it lasted less than 5 seconds. Yeah. Shake hand, boom. Done. I was like, oh, you come out. I mean, didn't get a concussion or anything, but it was so quick. But I was like, what happened? And I was like, I wasn't a terrible wrestler. I would do okay in my weight class. And I went into that one okay, I'm just going to, I had a plan. Yeah. And then immediately just gets wiped. Of no, you just can't, dude.
It's weird being an adult and getting physically dominated by
someone. That's a tough one, too.
Or not a small child.
Yeah. I mean,
it's tough.
You barely know I would say, but we've known each other for a long time, and in the first of all, has done MMA before. He has. And for a long time, we would wrestle each other all the time. So I'm familiar with the getting drunk and wrestling. That was the beginning of us knowing each other. And eventually it just gets to a point where I don't want to do it anymore because we get hurt every time we do it. It happened at the fucking beer Olympic thing that we had over when was still living over there. Was trying to wrestle someone that he didn't know too well, and I was like, dude, don't do that, man. The guy's saying no, and that's and then I go to play protector in my drunk state, and I literally I got down, I pinned him, but I was behind him and lifted up, threw my fucking back out immediately because I just tried to pick up a 230-pound man with all my force drunk and just threw him behind me, and it was simple, and it was just in pain for weeks. Oh fuck. But it got to a point where when we moved here, would come home and he'd be like, time to wrestle, as this rite of passage to chill after work. I'm like, dude, fuck you. So I literally just had to get strong enough to where I could fucking fend him off. And then eventually it got to a point where when you're strong enough, people just stop doing shit.
Yeah.
If it ever got serious and I was like, dude, stop. But it was I guarantee I just get to a place where he'll just stop doing it because no one wants to get manhandled.
You probably got unreal at wrestling just from from having to wrestle.
Yeah, I wrestled in high school and got to this, and it's all the training I need, man, to fucking make a difference if anyone tries to come at me.
Both you guys could fucking work me. Absolutely.
Maybe.
Not that I'm never wrestling again, dude.
Yeah, dude.
After all that shit.
It's so fucking, as an adult, it's just so dangerous. Because, like, in your situation, you had mats, but even then, people are getting fucked up.
Dude, I wonder if I didn't have that mat, like...
Oh, you'd probably be, like, severely...
That probably helped.
Yeah, dude, you'd probably be handicapped, dude. What do you mean it probably helped? It's a wrestling mat, right, we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. What's below that, concrete?
Hardwood.
Yeah, dude, you'd be so fucked up. You'd be talking with a slur and probably have no use of your legs.
Jesus.
So be thankful for that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I like kept drinking that night.
I mean, if you're in college.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to think of like some... I can't think of any like wrestling stuff, but there's so many situations where like you get really sick in college, like vomit from drinking, and just continue to drink more. Like I've had situations where I've drank, thrown up again, and then keep drinking. I'm like, oh, nice, I got it all out. You know, like to think about that now,
it's insane.
Oh my God. Your body's going, we're fucking dying, and you're going, no. You're just pouring more of this shit in there nonstop.
Oh, it's crazy.
I mean, but at the same time, a blast.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a human body, man.
Dude, it's pretty sweet. I mean, it's hilarious how that like all of our technology is us trying to like create human body like things. Like a computer's the brain, and we just try to like make things do. But it's like this system works so awesomely by itself. But just like eat food, drink water, and it does most things pretty well.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. But
I can eat Chinese food. That's how good the human body is.
Dude, you can literally drink multiple days in a row. You drink for weeks in a row, probably, and be okay. You won't die. Dude, you think of like
what's the longest drinking streak you've ever had?
Dude, so talk about like I started drinking when I was 14. With just fucking, oh my God.
That's really young.
It was so young, dude. And there was probably the longest time I went was like a full summer every single day. Because I was dating this fucking girl, not going to say her name, who like, we started a relationship when like we were always drunk together. And we like, in our brains were like, this must means we'd be good in a relationship. Like this is going to be perfect. And then just translated to us dating for like a year and being drunk every time we were with each other. And I like spent a summer at her house, and yeah, it was just so weird because you at that point addicted to alcohol. Like literally I needed to drink every day, otherwise it was like crippling withdrawal, and it was like fuck. And then
at what age? 14?
No, that at that time that's in community college days. Okay. So 19. Yeah, that'd be fucked up at 4. My parents just don't know. I was fucking plastered all the time. Well. Dude, it was so fucking nuts. That relationship was, talk about the worst relationship you could ever have. It was like,
doesn't sound super healthy.
The beginning was fun because you're just drunk and having a good time, and then once alcohol becomes like a thing that you're just doing to like stabilize, and trying to maintain a relationship with someone that you like kind of like.
Like it sounds like it was your relationship.
It was literally booze. And it was just fucking...
That's the foundation.
Yes, dude. It was disgusting. I mean, good girl. Awesome. She fucking got... Like, not soon after our relationship ended, she got pancreatitis, which is, like, from people drinking that are, like, 40.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, dude. It was so... I didn't get it. I mean...
I thought you were going to say something good.
Oh, no. I mean, it was fucked because I remember her, all of... You know, at this point, I had gone to college. Mm-hmm. And, like, my friends were like, dude, she has pancreatitis. Like, she was in the hospital for drinking. And I was like, damn, dude, I got lucky. Like I did. I mean, I'm also bigger. She's a small girl. And I was, but fuck, man, that shit can happen. Or you can get cirrhosis. Like if you get that, the only out is liver transplant.
Yeah.
Dude, you're just fucking done. And if you don't get that, which is a long waiting list, you just die in a terrible way. Your belly gets distended. You get jaundice. Literally, your liver can't process toxins anymore. So you just fill up with like ammonia is the biggest one, where you just have all this byproduct ammonia floating around. That's why you get fucking yellow. Oh. Yeah, dude. It's like one of the worst. My mom's dad died from that. It's fucking awful, man. So,
jeez,
alcohol's fun. All right, hold on. We got to get to some of these new topics. I swear.
Did you come up with any more names?
I was thinking like for our names with something like rabbit holes, but then it's like it just sounds weird, dude. Like
I actually kind of like that,
dude. Rabbit. It sounds like we're running a business.
It's just enough to be uncomfortable when you hear it.
Do you want to do that?
We'll sleep on it.
You seem pretty gun-ho about it when I first said it. Like the second you think about it more, it's like,
sounds like a law. Is that what you said? Sounds like a law firm?
Yeah, like a business, dude. There's rabbit holes.
Rabbits.
Don't have enough rabbit holes in your backyard? Rabbit holes. we'll make some holes. Don't you worry. All right. Oh, yeah, prima nocta was the marriage thing. Yeah, this story's kind of weak, but there was a couple. I have a ton of them.
I love average stories.
Oh, okay. There was a couple that went to Starbucks, and it accidentally charged $4,000 to their fucking bank, and they didn't know until they were about to leave for a vacation. So they got to the place and had their bank account drained.
Ooh.
Yeah, which there was a whole lawsuit and shit over it, but it's like, fuck. What do you do when they just fuck up like that? And you go to vacation, you have no money. Do you just wait there?
It was the cashier's fault, or like
no, some in the system must. Well, maybe
a system error,
something.
Okay.
I mean, how could you accidentally charge $4,000? I mean, have you ever worked at like a food register thing?
It just shows my ignorance to that.
It's like,
all that shit works.
Let me tell you, I worked at White Castle
immediately
for a
after.
while.
I was like, how the hell do you swipe a card the wrong way?
Yeah, no, dude, but I could see it like when you're renting stuff up.
Oh, okay.
But it's all like, it's not like you could type in a physical amount. There's probably some override that you could, but it's like button for cheese, button for,
right.
It's like a child's toy essentially. So it has to be a system error on some level. It was like, ooh, let's just move a decimal place over a couple and just charge them fucking $4,000. But
also I feel like $4,000, you're going on vacation. Like you should probably have more than that in your account. I don't know.
You white privileged son of a bitch. What do you mean? You should have more in your fucking account. I
like if losing $4,000 breaks your life, you probably shouldn't be taking a vacation.
I don't know, dude. That's like saying if you don't have the money, don't go out to eat. Or
I guess I don't know where they were going, but like
it's one of those things where if you look at the average income of like America, which is a country that's doing better than most, it's like 40 to 50K. Yeah. And then like for families, it's like 80 that have like multiple children, and then like those expenses literally do break families, which it sounds it's fucking terrible.
All right.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Persuasion 101. Art of the deal. No, but I mean, if I just lost $4,000 right now, it wouldn't be.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be pissed.
No, but to your point, I feel like most people have credit cards that have huge limits. That like, there's safeguards for if your actual physical money goes, you have some other means of buying something. But
where'd they go for their vacation?
I don't know where they some tropical place. I remember seeing the fucking picture of like they were going to this place.
Like plane tickets for that. Land a piece, maybe.
Ooh, that's true. But they could be like the people who are saving up all year, get away from the kids. They have this like little pocket of money. It's going to be the only time they vacation.
Maybe that was their vacation account.
Could be.
Just got fully drained.
Could be. They could also. You know what? I never even thought about it on this level that they could just be like, oh, our money for the vacation went away. Like they're fine. They have money in another place.
Okay.
Right. I could totally see that being a situation of like because. Regardless, it would suck to lose $4,000, but they're probably making it more than it is in terms of like that situation didn't make them homeless.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I'm hearing this from you. I don't know where they.
That's true. I'm just reading shit online, dude. I'm not the most reputable source, but we'll take it as it is. All right. Oh my god, it goes all the way back up.
Well, wait. Did they get it back? Did they get the money back?
I don't know. I would assume. I mean, they have to. It's like if a company just takes money from you, and you're like, dude, you can't just keep it. Yeah. You ever seen like examples where people just get like loads of money dumped into their bank accounts?
No.
This happened. I've seen a couple stories on my time on this earth where like people they'll wake up with like $500,000 just in their bank, and they'll just literally use it. And then they and you go to prison, dude, because it's not your money, even though the bank fucked up.
Can you plead ignorance? Be like, I thought
I made $500,000 overnight and just spend everyone's fucking money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not, because these people literally got prison sentences for like doing that, which is, I think,
it's kind of like they fucked up.
I was gonna say it's kind of like if you fucked up, you're a bank, so you have billions, if not trillions of dollars, probably not trillions. I don't fucking know, but $500,000, it's not gonna break your bank, dude. Literally. So just let them have it. Just let them fucking have the money and be like, lucky. Oops, sorry. I can understand though if it's coming from someone else's bank account.
Yeah.
Like someone made a deposit and it somehow just went whoop into someone else's account and now they just have their money. But still, there should be some like, you can keep 10% of it. You know, like some of it. Be like, oops, we fucked up. Just the false sense of like, I can quit my job. I feel
like if you report it, it should be like when you bring someone's wallet back, you just give them
you give them some money.
Like, yeah.
Dude, hell yeah.
If you get a little 10K.
We should run for politics.
10K, dude. We should run for politics.
Yeah, dude, make some laws that protect people who get accidental money dumped into their fucking
That's
bank.
our core platform.
Hell yeah. Run on that only. All right, let's see. We already did the Ohio train stuff. Oh, dude. This is a dark one. That fucking guy in Buffalo, the shooter that happened, like, he's got sentenced to, like, whenever they do sentencing for these, like, shooter guys, it's always, like, 80 consecutive life sentences, and they say, like, they'll say it in court, the amount of years in jail, and this one was, like, 958 years in prison. It's like, can't we just say life in jail at this point? Yeah. Do we really have to, like, all
it's
years?
Like one last fuck you to the guy. Like, there is no chance.
Which I see that, especially if you're a family that just got their kid blasted away by some literally white dude who was like, I think this was actually white on black. There was a race thing. He went into a black neighborhood and just, or some black place, and just started blasting people, which, fuck, sucks. Dude, I'm so thankful, and this is going to sound so shitty, but that we are like a generation away from when that stuff started to get really bad, at least in the school stuff. Like
in colleges, you mean?
Yeah, dude. Like I remember there was like the Virginia Tech one was big when I was like, I think in college or maybe a little bit before, but then now it's like every day for the past 4 years there's been a school shooting every single day of the year. That's wild.
I mean, dude, some of my friends are legitimately scared of crowds in open spaces.
Dude,
and it's reasonable.
I have, when the Bucks were at Game 6 or whatever, when I was there, I was like, oh, dude.
Were you down there?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We went down there and fucking, we were in line to get into one of the bars in the Mecca area.
Yeah, dude, I was down there too.
Dude, I literally, so, did you see then? I don't know if our like friend groups had like met up at that point.
I was at Drink Wisconsin.
Okay, I think you're at the same place because we literally waited in line.
We saw people running.
Yeah, when the fucking shooting started happening. But we were in line for 2 hours to get into that Drink Wisconsin bar. And then after 2 hours, like, I'm going home, dude. I literally left that night. And that fucking shooting thing happened. It was fucking, it's just weird.
Did you see the headline that night? Or were you like, holy fuck?
I think the next day where I was like, what the fuck? And then the girl I was dating at the time said that, or maybe this is a different occurrence, but, you know, there's been a lot of shootings around Trinity downtown, which I've been going there for so long that I had never, ever heard of a shooting outside there, but maybe I'm just ignorant. But her friend was literally getting into an Uber, and the guy started spraying people and shot a guy who just fell in front of the Uber, and they were like, go, 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 and the Uber just fucking took off. Like, literally witnessed someone get shot. Yeah, out front. Yeah, someone just fucking, it's always some gang stuff where like someone slights someone.
Dude, that's terrifying.
Dude, yeah. So that fear you're talking about of like, even in the white kid shooting up a campus or something, the gang thing scares me a little more where it's not planned. It's like you're out at a place, someone like does something to piss off the other one. They're like, fuck you, dude. And they just start fucking shooting. No, thank you.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, knock on wood. Hope that fucking never happens.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking just people just don't start shooting randomly. All right. We talk about rabies, right? Oh, dude.
So bad. So
I talked about how the monkeys had herpes, right? The ones in Florida, they found out that they could transmit to humans. Yeah. And then you've probably heard this.
Wait, it's like a really bad herpes, right?
It kills people. Yeah. Okay. So have you also not heard, I feel like this fact has been circulating for a while now, in the past like 3 years, that like koalas are just ridden with chlamydia?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, why does everyone know that?
I don't, dude. I swear to God, 3 years ago or so, someone said that fact, and now it's just everyone knows that fact. It's awesome. It's so awesome. But my point is, how are people finding this stuff out? How are people finding out that sexually transmitted diseases are either on animals or can be transferred to humans? Dude,
you can just name an animal. Someone's obsessed with it.
Someone's fucked it. Dude, this is my... how else could you find out that it's transmissible to humans? An STD?
That's a decent point.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Someone fucked that monkey, and they were like, I got this weird case of herpes.
For science. Someone fucked it.
In Florida, probably not science. Sorry, I didn't mean to shame the whole state of Florida on that. But it's just the fact that someone's like, oh yeah, I keep getting chlamydia from these koalas, and it's weird that it's like every single one it
keeps happening.
It's I'm rampant with chlamydia. And then there's people that are dying from herpes in Florida because of monkeys having. It's like, oh, that's weird that people have the herpes. How could that be? But anyway, sorry. That was just a tangent. I thought about that. I was like, how the fuck? I think that could also be a bit, but it'd need a little work to it of how are people finding out these STDs? This is a weird one, which I think this is for our generation, but average penis size has increased by 24%.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, from 4.8 inches to 6 inches, which...
That 6 is average?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
For America?
Yes. They're saying that, I think it was over the past 5 to 10 years, so the generations under us, which are just all averaging out to 6 inches, which what does that mean evolutionarily? Like, why are dicks getting bigger?
Selecting for bigger dicks, dude.
That's true. I guess there's like mates are...
Ladies like the big dicks.
Dude, isn't that insane that like literal culture can affect a physical thing to grow?
Yeah.
Like literally...
what's the time range on that one?
I think I gotta relook it up, but they did a study that was like, I think a decade or the past 5 years between that range.
How many dicks have to get measured for this?
I would hope a lot. Yeah. To get an average of a whole country. I mean,
where does this happen? Who signs up for
dude,
this?
science. There's some weird science that's always going on. I mean, it's unfortunately, I would imagine those studies.
Dude, it's just science.
It's just science, man. There's just dicks getting bigger. But I would assume they're probably observational studies, meaning that it's a survey study that they ask it. And if that's the case,
the whole South Park episode.
Yes, fair. So maybe it's not that. Maybe they did do some like trials where they measured dicks.
I'm adding an inch if I'm self-reporting.
Absolutely, dude. But okay, so on this topic of penis size, the dick's growing bigger. I wonder how much of that is like, because listen, I'm an averagely endowed man, but I feel like I've heard girls be like, you don't want a giant dick.
Give me a number.
Oh, dude, rocking around. Right. Yeah, that's like and a half on a good day, around there. But it's just one of those things that I feel like big dicks are only good in porn. Functional, like, I feel like...
You do hear that a dick can be too big. You hear that from a lot of people.
And like, this is not poo-pooing on shitty dicks, or big dicks, I should say. It's just like, I feel like in high school, it was about like, oh my God, he's got a big dick. Like that was...
Well, that dude you were talking about.
Well, yeah, dude, that guy, I mean, validated monster dom. So, fucking wild. Certified dom. But it was like, it was like what high school people do. It was like talking about like, oh God, like big dicks were the thing. And as I've gotten older, it's like, I've heard more from women of like, we don't want a massive fucking dick. No. It's just like, it doesn't feel, I mean, me talk about sex stuff. I feel like most of the good feeling stuff doesn't come from us like slamming their cervix. Yeah. like, and I would say most women probably agree with that. Like, you're not getting the feel good from just like poking.
Get the right fit. I think it's...
Yeah, I feel like you can work with a lot. Like you could have a 2-inch dick and probably do fine. Yeah. But it's like, it's the point I'm getting to out of all this fucking dick talk is just talking about it made an evolutionary change to grow dicks. Not even like a physical need.
Well, I'm wondering, I feel like 10 years is enough or small enough where it could literally just be a coincidence.
Could be. I guess.
But I also believe what you're saying could absolutely be true.
It's an interesting experiment of like...
Dude, everyone shits on people with monster trucks with small dick. Like, there's just
dude.
Big dick energy. Everyone talks about dick.
That's what I'm saying. It's baked into like the culture talk. And the fact that human consciousness potentially has the ability to like process that into like genetics. So like your thought in your next kid will have a bigger dick because you think bigger dicks are the thing that's going to get him ahead. Isn't that fucking nuts, dude? If we 20 years later, like the dicks are still getting bigger, I'm going to be fucking blown away. Because functionally, a big dick doesn't provide more of a service or less of a service.
You know, apparently why all those big Greek statues of the jacked guys.
Yeah, like tiny dicks. Yeah.
Apparently, like big dicks were seen as like brutish and like like it wasn't.
That's hilarious.
It wasn't desirable to like
have a monster dong.
Yeah.
Fuck. I just thought it's because they all had small dicks.
Maybe that too. But.
I mean, like you go into your average men's locker room. Most people are just rocking a fucking little knob piece, just like. You're walking around in the cold. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, you get a guy with just a dong that's flapping around. You're like, Jesus Christ. I mean, immediate thought is like, whoa, that's brutish. But no dick shaming here. But it's porn will distort your image of reality so well if you're an avid consumer of it. I guess I don't know how I got to that point either. But it's like, I remember being a kid thinking that like big dicks everyone has a big dick because of porn. Being like, man, people just all have like 9-inch rock hard dicks.
What the hell's wrong with
and I'm like, fuck, dude, I need a bigger dick. And then you get to it and you're like, nah, it's whatever. So anyway, all right, on to the next thing. I don't remember how we got into that one, but all right. Oh, dude, when we were talking about diseases, literally like a day after, I saw this fucking news headline that was H5N1 kills girl and 12 others have it, which is avian bird flu that has made its jump to humans.
That up last time, didn't you?
No, different one, which is H7N9, which is like the super deadly one. But now they're saying that bird flu is jumping to people, which is like another, has not happened apparently. Dude, I just hope it's okay. I want to stay alive as long as possible.
Oh, dude, we got train crash, dude. We got Yellowstone. We got pandemics.
Dude, as in like the mega volcano?
Yeah,
dude.
As soon as that train crashed, I was like, people are going to move west to get away from it. Yellowstone's going to go off and we're all just fucking done.
We just find out in our time being alive, the most unlucky people to ever exist. Yeah. Whoever goes west just ends up in the worst situation.
I was going to bring this up earlier. Someone showed me a map of like the water that's going to get affected by this train spill.
Yeah.
Like all the rivers stemming from the town. The whole fucking country, dude. Like basically into the Midwest.
No.
Everywhere.
We're not safe. No, dude. What?
Well, I told you about that. One of my friends was like, start taking.
Yeah, right. Because the stuff could fucking come over. Yeah, right. I get what you're saying. not taking the stuff that for COVID. Yeah. But they're saying, dude, fuck.
We might be fucked.
So I guess what are the measures to get out of the water? But how does it travel? Like, even up? Because I guess I don't know the fucking. I
saw one graphic for 2 seconds. Now I'm.
You got me fucking spinning, dude. Fuck.
It was just a map of the U.S. and just red lines going in every direction. That's where it's going. Dude,
I wonder. Yeah, I guess we'll just fucking see. But dude, that would suck. Can you imagine living somewhere where you can't drink the tap water?
You would die.
You just have bottled water. You'd be fine. There's places like that exist. I'm like, dude, hold on. Let's not go to death. You can like.
I don't think I'd make it.
I mean, you would beat the dementia by far if you died now. Yeah. So, but like the Flint, Michigan, like they literally can't drink the tap water. There's so much lead.
How are they doing? Is it still?
I think still bad. Yeah, dude. You know, it's fucked up. That story was literally okay. So most infrastructure around the United States is like from 60 to 70 years ago. It was like, buildings and shit like that. So a lot of pipes are still lead, but a lot of companies, or I should say not companies, the government, they'll line the inside with this anti-corrosive agent. So it creates like almost a layer of stuff over the lead. So that even though you have lead pipes, your water doesn't get touched by it.
Still don't love that.
Yeah, no, that's also probably not great. But way better than lead, because lead's like proven to just destroy your fucking brain. Dude, like you'll lose IQ
apparently
points.
We have higher lead content than most places in Milwaukee in our water.
Oh, really?
Like our standard is not as strict.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's fucking bad.
No.
But it a lot of it does come down to the like we have a water treatment plant that gives us all our water. If you look at their treatment stuff, they're like, oh, these levels are okay. By the time it goes through everything to get to you, it usually collects a bunch of lead, cadmium, arsenic, all kinds of stuff that's bad for you. Flint, Michigan, the government, whoever was in charge at the time, skimped on that thing to cover the pipes, and it literally, it would have costed them like, they did the math of like $1,000 out of like $1 million budget, and it fucked the whole, because when you don't put that, also the pipes start to just break down. So like you get lead, you get pipes busting, and it just ruined an entire city's water, all of it. So now they can't. I don't know where they are now.
Talk about being removed from the problem.
That's what I'm saying, dude. This guy's probably not even living in Flint, Michigan, and it's probably just like off somewhere, being like, "Yeah, they'll save $1,000," and just ruin an entire city to the point where, like in the videos, they'll put on their water and it's brown. It's like literal sewage coming out of your fucking tap. So, how do we get here? Lead in water?
I'm just gonna die if it happens.
Yeah, that was the point. Is that people just fucking die? Yeah. But you have to like cook with bottled water, dude. That'd be so inconvenient.
Backpacking all the time.
Just a Camelback on you, just fucking sipping at it, dude. Yeah, it would be if that hit here. That'd be so fucking shitty. Which it's really just a giant inconvenience, but also like you don't want to shower in that water. Like you absorb stuff transdermally through your skin. Oh yeah. It's like, oh man, dude. I'll just move to fucking Canada, like everyone says they're gonna move. All right.
How many people have moved to Canada?
Probably not a lot. Because there's that whole thing when like Trump was getting elected, when they're like, if he gets elected, we're moving to Canada. No one moved to Canada. No one moved. They all stay on their fat fucking asses.
Why would you go to Canada?
They have an idea that it's better up there, which I don't know. I've never been, so I guess I can't judge.
Dude, I could barely handle Minneapolis.
Why is that like the closest to Canada you can get? I guess it's pretty close, right?
It's just so fucking cold.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, yeah, but we live in a cold place too. Like, how much more colder in Minneapolis than like here?
Significant.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why is that? Just like
it's more north,
just closer to the polar ice caps that are going to flip when the Earth slows down. Sorry, I had to. All right. Oh, dude, fucking Internet Explorer is finally being sunsetted by Microsoft. I don't know how big.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When's the last time you used Internet Explorer?
Every day, dude.
No, don't fuck with me. I also don't.
How was it that bad? How was it so much worse?
I truly think else? Chrome came out and kind of just,
and they're just like
the UI is just so like smooth. It feels clean. Internet Explorer feels.
UI is its own discussion, but just the performance.
I don't know.
It was literally slower than every other browser.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I know, like Firefox is the one you should use because, like Chrome, if you have 80 tabs open, it'll just use as much CPU and distribute amongst 80, as opposed to Firefox will only focus on 4 at all times. Yeah. Never run into an issue with it. But I imagine you grew up in a pretty just environment where like parents are good people, probably. Like, you know, it's right to do the right thing kind of situation. Yeah. I grew up in a similar situation, and I find myself, and this is me trying to analyze why I get so riled up by shit like that. Where like, I find like if it's not going the me interpreting just way, I have a big problem. Where like it's there's an obvious right thing to do, and when someone's being like no, and it's not adding up, I get so fucking frustrated. But I feel like it's that like growing up in a world where we do the right thing when things obvious, and then when someone is above me and being like, no, we don't do that thing. It fucking just gets to me on a level that I can't describe.
Because it was out of their own personal want, right?
Like, yeah, like of no logical weight, no reasoning, like you said. It amazes me that you can be like 50 years old and having so much experience and being like, you know what? I'm going to ruin this kid's day because I want this thing. And there's so many other priorities that need to happen, but I'm going to make this pretty fun for him. Yeah. It's weird. But I hope when I'm 50, I'm not that fucking piece of shit. I feel like I'm not that now. Like if I want something just to want it and someone gives me a point that's like, no, that's not practical. I'd be like, okay, then I don't care.
Yeah. It's easy to say, and I see people like that too.
Yeah.
I could totally see it happening to me. If I was doing the same thing for 30 years, just like not providing any room for other opinions, I could totally be that guy. Unfortunately, I don't want to be that guy.
I guess we all are human. We all have the capability to get there.
Yeah.
It's just fucking... Well,
that's why I get scared of being in the same role for so long, because I see people who've done the same thing for so long. And... yeah, you just become closed off. You don't learn anything new.
I feel like that's an active choice on some level, though.
Oh yeah,
like because like I feel like,
yes,
like
but you got to make sure you don't just end up like you could do nothing and end up like that.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about like just having good soft skills, like being able to read a room in general, regardless of technical ability in any job. Of like, kind of being able to turn the view on you and be like, oh, wait, am I doing the wrong thing? The more I age, the more I see people have no sense of self-awareness, like at all. Like they'll be outwardly doing something, not realizing any of the effect it's having on the people that are there and just continuing to drive that. Yeah. I'm like, how do you get to the age of 30 and not, you have no idea what you're doing right now? And then they probably just go about their day. Most people.
Dude, even in the most technical fields.
Yeah.
Your soft skills... 80-85%, maybe more of how good you are at your job.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the cliche saying of it's who you know. I mean, literally, your ability to connect with people will always triumph. You could be a master. I mean, granted, you can still get really far by just technical skill. Yeah. But if you can't like fucking just make friends, you're kind of fucked.
It's tough.
Dude,
it's tough. When people don't like you, you're fucked. It's hard to go anywhere.
I know, dude. Especially if you if you don't have soft skills, usually you probably take those things harder because, like, if someone doesn't like you, it's like you probably see it as your inability to connect, resulting in it as them not liking you, and it's always a them problem. When people, I mean, you know, unless you're like fucking murdering someone, you know, it's 99% of the time if people are like fuck you, dude, it's all them. Like it's something that they have going on, and it's just coming out.
I'd say if you see that they don't like you, but like someone actually doesn't like you, they probably don't say it. You probably
that's true.
Ignore the person. That's dangerous because you don't even know what's happening. But like, if the whole office just kind of doesn't like you.
Oh, dude, you gotta realize it. You either got to be in a real shit situation, or you got to be an absolute piece of shit. Where I can see it. In a situation where all of the office doesn't like you, I'd argue statistically it's probably a you problem.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and if the whole office does, for sure. But they just don't. I don't know. That's such a... Why don't people change when that situation presents itself? If we're talking about
it's because I think people... Like if I I should say annoyed by someone, or or if I have like some type of problem with someone,
right?
I'm usually not gonna say anything unless it's really bad.
Sure,
I'll just avoid that person.
Yeah,
if everyone does that to a person,
yeah, I mean it leads to a lonely life if you're that person being ignored.
Yeah,
but it amazes me, at least in a professional setting, where say in an office how that person continues to exist. Unless their role's really, really vital, which I've found it in multiple...
Oh, I see. Like how,
Yeah, like, dude, when everyone fucking does not like you, or is like, yeah, this person, how do you stay? Which I've been to companies where there's been people who've been working there 30 years, and they're like, yeah, that's, she's kind of, ooh. Like, literally, and I'm like, why is she still here? When I worked at that chemical company, not not gonna name the lady, but she was high up person, and everyone just knew her as like the most difficult person to work with and like stay out of her way. I'm like, why is she here?
Especially in a management position,
dude. Like director. Oh my god, dude. It was fucking.
Because some people, it's like he's the only guy who can.
Oh yeah, no, anyone could have done her job.
Okay.
Literally, we could have found another manager in the sea of people who do management stuff and just hired them, but she just stuck around. I remember I don't know if you ever had a job where you go and there's one, like, you don't look forward to it, but
oh yeah, interaction
with that woman, I'd be like, if I knew that day I had a meeting with her or we had to talk to someone with her, I was like, oh my god, dude, please God. It's fucking
imagine
terrifying.
That being who you are.
The person who is, everyone's like, that guy fucking sucks. Dude. My nightmare.
She probably knows to an extent.
Yeah.
Like, dude, imagine waking up. Imagine if you could, like, just hypothetically see it. Like, one day you wake up and you just see, like, 5 people are dreading meeting with you.
Oh, dude. I don't know about you, but I have probably a lot of this is linked to the wanting to do stand-up and all that, but I have a deep need to be like, I'm cool with everybody. You know? Like, I hate when people, it sounds so fucking self-absorbed, but it bothers me when someone, I can't think of someone who does not like me, but it's like, it makes me feel like I've wronged them. It's not necessarily, like, I feel like naturally most people should not, once again, I'm projecting all of my shit, but naturally, why would anyone just not like you? You know? So then if someone does not like me, I'm like, I did something wrong. And it bothers me so much because I'm like trying to be like, what did I do, dude? Yeah. But some people just will not like you. Dude. Anyway, what time are we at? Oh, damn, we're at like 1:40. Do like 5-10 more minutes of do some topics, run through. But yeah, does anyone not like you that you can think of? Anyone that you wronged? When I say wronged, you might have just done something accidentally. Like, I can think of situations where I was being just like a drunk douche, you know? Just like being loud and having fun and just like, I don't know.
Not that I know of. I bet there's someone.
Yeah.
Dude, did you ever do, like, in middle school, you do like a time capsule thing and then you open it at the end of high school?
Yeah. Yeah.
When he did his, he opened, all his friends opened them together.
Yeah.
And one of his best friends opened his time capsule and had a list of his biggest enemies, and was at the top of the list.
Whoa! What the fuck? Wait, hold on.
He's like,
what? He's like his best friend.
One of his
friends,
best high school friends by the end of high school.
Whoa!
And the friend didn't even remember. He's like, I'm sorry. I guess I hated you. He's like,
oh fuck!
It's like, I didn't realize I hated you so much. It's like, yeah, I had no idea.
Fuck.
So, like, hearing that story, I'm like, wow, maybe someone hates me that I don't even know.
That'd be fucked. Oh man.
I mean, they thought it was hilarious. Like, it's funny.
I mean, there's also something to be said about how fleeting emotion is, especially when you're young, where you're like, yeah, I don't even remember that. where I wrote down I hate this person, and I don't even remember why I fucking hate this person. I feel like
someone that you're cool with now.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts.